June 18th, running late on getting my summer plot in the ground. I really wanted to have this done already, but hadn't had time, had a lot going on, building pool decks, working on a studio and recording and regular job and everything else. Just ain't had time to get it done. But excited to see what this new seed from Buck Fever Seed Company up in Iowa, Mr. Jeff, I bought some seed from him to try out and see how it does on my summer plot. Most likely going to be getting the same seed, just a different mix from him for the fall. We'll see how it works. Like I told him, I'm gonna try it out. I'm a consumer, just like you. I had to buy it. It wasn't given to me. I told him I wanted to try it out and see how it does. See if it performs as good as some of the other stuff that I've used before. I believe it will, but we'll just have to see. So I'm about to go and get the tractor, get the tiller put on there, and we'll go from there and see how it goes. So y'all stay with me. Gonna be some fun. Ooh-wee. Gonna put the old Kubota to work. Tell you what, they don't make a finer tractor, in my opinion, for a farm than this guy. Done had to abandon ship on old Big Daddy. Get on the old Nugget here. There's one thing about tractor equipment parked in the pasture. You get plenty of that when you run around. And don't ever be foolish enough to get your finger on one of these. Close them like that, baby. All right, we hooked up, ready to go. That's the old baby there, old 5400. It's gonna be hot, but it'll be okay. I swapped over to this tractor. I got to thinking about it. This road's not cleared out at all, and I just don't want to bring that big tractor in here and risk knocking a window out of it or whatever. So it'll be a little warmer on this one, but it'll do. Do just fine for what we're gonna do. You ain't got to plow but about 3/4 of an acre, so, or till, or whatever you want to call it. Look, I ain't no professional food plotter, but I'm learning. My boys over at Genesis, Mr. Don Higgins, up at Real World, he's teaching me. Chandler Elmore. I'll get on their minute level, maybe a beginning stage is all their work one of these days. They the real deal. I'm just an old boy down here in Georgia, talking about it outdoors. Plowing food plots. Where you at, Nick? Get you some, son. Huh? Where you at? So let me give you a little rundown about what's going on here. This particular food plot spot, we had this land cleared a few years ago. All the pines, poplar, and sweet gum was cut off of it. And it created a pretty good undergrowth of everything around. And I'll show you some pictures of that. But when it came back, it was really thick. But this particular spot here was somewhere that we always saw deer travel through. And almost immediately after cutting it, we saw deer coming back here. And it's a spot that I've hunted, I don't know how many times. I've spent time in trees all around here. And this year, my plan is to put a blind in just on the lower end of this food plot and cut an egress path around the backside so I could slip in here and get in quietly. The biggest reason for putting a blind in as opposed to hunting in lock-ons like I always do, I'm going to bring Sawyer with me this year if he wants to go. Now, he didn't get to come today. He's going to come back. I talked to him. He said, I'm good to come whenever. So he's going to be 7 this year. And I told him, if you want to hunt, you're going to have to put the work in. I'm not going to do the food plot. I'm not going to fill the feeders. I'm not going to do all that for you. You're going to have to help me with it. So I'm going to make him earn it. I'm not just going to go and throw him up in a blind and let him shoot one. I don't think that's not the way I'm going to do it. I don't care what anybody else does. So, but hey, y'all stick with me. It's going to be warm out here plowing, but we're going to do it. So she's tealed up. Whew. And let me tell you something. If you ain't never plowed North Georgia dirt or tilled it or whatever you want to call it, I swear every single year, this sun gun grows rocks. They just pop up everywhere. So I'm going to go pick up rocks for about an hour and then we'll put some seed down. All right, I've toted all the rocks I'm toting. It ain't all of them, but it's all I'm getting. I got the big ones out. So let's pour some seed out. All right, Buck Fever Seed Company, aiming to build the complete plotter. All right, so first look at this seed blend. Looks good. All right, that's a wrap on the Holler Food Plot for 2021 Summer Blend. Like I said earlier, I'm excited to see what this seed will do. And if it gets the right water on it, I honestly believe it'll do great. I put close to 400 pounds of lime on this plot year before last, and the dirt looked good. I didn't plant one last year. What came back was okay. It was mostly weeds. I sprayed that and cut that a few weeks ago, plowed it under. It looks good. It's rocky. Like I said, you're in North Georgia, so I don't know what to tell you on that. It's rocky dirt. But in any case, I think it'll grow good, and we'll see what happens with it. Like I said, I hope it works great, and it'll be something that I do every year. And then we'll move into the fall plot, and we'll come back and get Jeff's opinion on it. I'm going to take his advice on this one, see what he says, and we'll go from there. But it's been fun. It's hot. I didn't get to use the big tractor. Y'all seen the road's pretty rough coming in here, so didn't want to bring Dad's good tractor down here. Ain't no way I'm doing that. So, but hey, as it goes. Where you at, Nick? Come on, man. Huh? What you doing? You over planting chiefs plots and stuff for turkeys next year. I tell you what, that boy, he got turkeys on the brain. But that's good. Hey, I got deer on the brain. If we was both just alike, it wouldn't be as fun, would it? So, for everybody here at Talk About It Outdoors, we want to thank you for tuning into this amazing episode, Food Plotting. I'd say 101, but it's probably like 99.5 because I didn't give you much education. I just showed you what I was doing. Old skinny redneck out here walking around in a big dirt patch in the middle of a pine thicket. So, we love you and we need you. And don't forget, smile as you go. And remember, mount the memories.